Hello friends, welcome back to another video. In this video we are going to learn how to make trainers using cheat engine, and in this game particular I am going to use the game Gods of Rome as requested by many of my friends. And today I am going to show you the thing which makes your cheat engine sometimes crash. It is a debugger. I have heard from many of my friends that whenever they attach cheat engine to the games, they have their games being crashed. So what I suggest them to do is, in edit we have settings, in that we have debugger options, in that we have debugger method to be one of these three. So you could select any one of these three based on your requirement and try using them. If one of them crashes, try using the other. That's it for the tip of the day. And then coming to the game, let's start the game. Let me just reduce the volume. Alright, let's start doing things. Alright, the thing you need to remember while drawing trainers is that the game should be running, and then your cheat engine should be attached to the corresponding game. In my case, as it is game Gods of Rome, attach it to GUI.exe. And then to make our work quicker, I have already made the scripts for us. These are the 7 scripts, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 scripts which we are going to be using to make our trainer. So to make our trainer, what we need to do is, we need to excuse me, we need to already write the corresponding scripts which we want to do, or we want them to be present in the trainer. So write down all the scripts which are there over here, and then as we have already attached it, the cheat engine to the game, go into the file, generate trainer using Lua script, and then you can minimize the game. Now we can start designing our trainer. And the way which I use is that I would design my own trainer. I would delete all the things which are present over here and make my own trainer. You should go to the create the user interface manually. You can basically set the size to be of your custom size. You could basically delete all the things which are present, and then you could make its size to your suitable number, and then let's make it to 500. So everything is deleted from this screen. This is going to be your screen of the trainer which we are going to make finally. So let's name our trainer in the caption. We are going to name it as Gods of Rome version trainer version 1.4.1. This is the version of the game which we are using. That's it. So the version and the title has been changed, and then we could even set an icon for this in the icon tab. We could load if we have any previous icons. That's it. The icon has been set, and then the next step which we need to do is take a panel and put it on the table, put it on the screen, make its coordinates to be, let's say, -1, which means it's to the top, and its left to be also -1, and then we don't, we need to make it as a plain panel just as background support. So just remove the panels, caption, and then make it to the size of the screen which you wanted to make the timer for. The next step which we could do is, if we have any custom photographs or so, what we could do is we could insert them by clicking onto the picture image thing, and then you could insert a picture if you have any pictures or so. That's it. And if you want that camera to be of required size, you could always shrink it to the fitable thing. And then coming to the panel is looking so dull, no color is given to it. So let's put a color to it. I think yellow might be okay. Alright, it's looking a bit better. And now what we need to do is we need to write the text on it. So the things which we will be writing over here is that the first cheat which we have created, which is named infinite health of the player. So write it in the caption and then adjust its left, right and top. Let's make its top to be a 200, width let it be like that. On the left, let us make it into left, let us make it into 100 and see. Yes, it's looking a bit better. Coming to the font, I like Consolas to be used. It looks a bit better. Then let's make its size to be 10. I think it will be better. Yes, we are able to see it. Excuse me. And let's try to put a color to the letters. Let's make it something which is of brownish. Yes, now it's looking a bit better than the font. Might be increased a little bit more. Let's make it 11. Yes, it's okay. Let's move its left a little bit to, let's say, 95 or let's say 90. Alright, now it's looking perfect and centered. In a similar way, I'll go ahead and put all the 7 in here and I'll be back. Well, alright, I went ahead and put all the labels, all the 7 labels over here, and then I have removed the picture which made my trainer look a bit bigger. And these are the 7 things, 7 scripts which we are going to be using in our trainer. So we have put the labels, and the next step which we are going to do is, as I said, or else we are going to make a button trainer in which we will be giving on buttons on the left hand side and the off buttons on the right hand side. So by clicking on the on button, the corresponding cheat will be enabled. So that can be done by taking a button, placing it over here, writing a name of, or else making a caption to be on. So whenever the player presses this on button, or else the user presses this on, this corresponding script is to be enabled. That's the thing which we need to do in the next step. So I'll be putting all the on buttons over here. Let me show. For instance, for the second one, you're going to put your second on button a little bit aligned over here before this. In a similar way, all the on buttons would be on the left hand side and all the off buttons would be on the right hand side. I'll be back after putting all those. Alright friends, I went ahead and placed all the on buttons on the left hand side and the off buttons on the right hand side by using this button and by just placing it over here and then changing its caption to on, or else if it is off to off. And then we are going to now assign a script for each of the corresponding button by just click your corresponding button, go into the events tab over here, and then you want to do on click. So on click, go to your corresponding script and copy all the section in the enable section. Copy on of it by pressing the on button which you have wanted to write. Go to events and then press on it, and then from here what you need to write is you need to write auto assemble and then followed by a pair of parentheses and then followed by two sets of square brackets in between which we are going to paste our code. If you have any unnecessary spaces, just remove them, which makes it more easier. That's it. And if you like, you could press execute this, and then whenever you want to go to the next on button, go to the next on button and then click onto the corresponding script of it, copy the code which is inside it, and then go into this one and again write auto assemble. This is case sense to make the two S capital and then a pair of parentheses in which you have two sets of square braces, and in a similar way take out all the unnecessary things if any are present, and make the code a bit more smaller. In the similar way to make it a bit more quicker and write all the enable sections on the on, and then I'll be back. Alright friends, I went ahead and put a script for each of these on of this, and then now coming to the off, what you need to do is that you need to go into the corresponding script and then see the disable section of your script and then copy it, and then what you need to write as in the previous thing itself, you need to write your auto assemble. As I said, it is case sensitive, don't forget to make both as capital and then write out your code. That's it, this will complete the thing for the off, and in a similar way write down the script for all the corresponding offs from your script which you have written. I'll go ahead and do this and come back within few seconds. Alright friends, I went ahead and finally we have all written all the scripts for each and every button, for each on and for each off. So that's it, you could check it. I have totally written 14 click statements for all those things. And now if you want to write anything about this script, what you could do is you could always go into a label over here and whatever you want to write. Oh sorry, we don't need a click over here. We want to go into the properties and we want to have a caption like this trainer is made by me. So is made by me. So and then you could even write any suggestions for the user. So you could write use only one at a time, which I always recommend because I generally use shared opcodes. And that's it. If anything else you want to write, you could write over here in the label, and then which would always be displayed over here. And then you could even, as usual, change its font to your recognizable size, which would be better. And if you want to change its color, as usual, you could go over there, change its color, make it look a little bit more nice and readable, and it will be looking fine. That's it. And this is a trainer. So now what you need to do is you need to make it not resizable by your user. So what you need to do is you need to go, user cannot resize the window and take it, so that the user won't be given a chance to resize it. And then to get outside of this corresponding particular screen of your designing, if you think that your designing part has been completed, what you need to do is you need to let me make the borders a bit more nice looking. I think this much of a thing is okay, and then we have to, that's it for this. I think it looks fine. And then we are having an icon which is missing. We could always get back over till here, and then we could always put an icon for this corresponding form. So go into that corresponding form, select your icon tab, and then you could always put your icon by loading it. Let me load it. The icon is loaded. See, the icon is finally ready. And this is a trainer. And if you think that everything is over, and if you want to write anything else in this, you could even write that you could be in contact with me via my FB, and the name is the same name which is over here. Then make it look a bit more easy and readable. Right, I think it is looking a bit more nice. So see, it has gone out of the screen. Let's bring it back into the screen. So if you want to bring it back onto the screen, let's make it like this only, which would bring it back onto the screen. perfect, that's looking okay. You can connect live, it's okay. And favorites, okay. Better than we are going to edit it a bit for making it to look a bit more nice. And I try to, and designing your own trainer depends on you. So I think this is looking nice. So our designer part has been completed, and now we are going to go into the part of generating our trainer. So after you think that this part of designing is completed, you can go back to the generated design, which would make your thing like this, look something like this. And then you could always go into by changing your output type to script only, exe trainer. I would like to put it as an exe, which would be making the user easy to use it. So we could go into, we could erase everything if we want, and then I think this is okay for the trainer. Then we are going into the generate trainer by clicking OK. Could always store it wherever you want. And then let's name it Gods of War Trainer version 1. Oh, sorry, I have accidentally clicked the enter button. This documents my cheat table version 1.4.01.exe, which is going to be its name. It looks perfect. Save, and then you never hit this tiny button which makes it a smaller sized one, and then which is detected by your antiviruses and which might cause some issues. And then to know about the bit, you could always go into the task manager, or else by hitting Windows plus X key, which would be allowing you to go to your task manager and then see the type of the game. As it is 32-bit, leave it on 32-bit process type. If you are going to do a trainer for 64-bit, make it into a 64-bit, but as this is a 32-bit, put it on 32-bit. And then the debugger which we need to be using is VH debugger, and then no need of changing the icon, make it as it is. It can be nice, and no need of any changes over here. I think this is okay. So we could always hit a generate, which would be generating a trainer for you and making it ready for you. Just wait for a few seconds and allow it to generate the trainer. I know this might become a bit tedious, but then once you get used to making it, it will be very easy. So the trainer has been successfully generated. That's it. You could always close all the forms which we have created. Okay, close everything. If you want, you can save your progress, and then we could always close this, and let us try our trainer which we have created, which was located in documents. Alright, this is the trainer. Let's shoot it out. Alright, this asks us the permission. Now let's try using the trainer. Alright, the trainer has been started, and now let's go into any one of the quest and see if our trainer is working. I'd be putting a link to download this trainer in the description. So let us on the infinite, or else let's first off it and let's see if the game runs in the normal fashion. Alright, see, the game is running in the normal fashion. When you on it, you're going to get infinite health. This is all for this video. And then coming to my FB account, this is my FB account. You could always contact me by using this my FB account. That is it for this video. This is the trainer. I'll be putting a link to download this trainer in the description. Thanks for watching this video. Bye bye. You could always try any one of these. Thanks for watching. Bye.